From Neural Newscast, this is Deep Dive, exploring the moments that shape today.
Hello, and welcome to Deep Dive. I'm Claire Donovan. It is March 14th, 2026, and today we're looking back at a moment that fundamentally shifted how America handled the money in its pockets.
And I'm Frederick Moore. That's right. On this day in 1900, the Gold Standard Act became law, bringing an end to a long and incredibly loud era of economic tug-of-war.
It really was a battle. For decades, the country was split over what historians call the Battle of the Standards. On one side, you had advocates for both silver and gold. On the other, those who wanted gold and gold alone.
Exactly, and that wasn't just some dry policy debate, Claire. It was about power. Small farmers and laborers generally pushed for silver because it sparked a bit of inflation, which actually made their debts much easier to pay off.
Right, whereas the big banks and the growing industrial centers in the cities wanted the rock-solid stability of gold. When President William McKinley signed that act, he wasn't just signing paper. He was picking a winner in the struggle between the old agrarian world and the new industrial one.
It set a precedent that dictated the lives of millions of workers for generations. It's remarkable how a quiet moment in a Washington office can echo for so long. But while that law shaped the economy, the people born on this day have had a massive impact on our culture and how we see the universe.
No doubt, Frederick. And we have to start with the man who redefined physics, Albert Einstein, born in 1879. We all know the iconic hair and the famous equation, but the depth of his contribution to our reality is almost hard to overstate.
That's true. He didn't just study the universe, he effectively rewrote the rules for how we understand it. It's interesting to note that while he's synonymous with E equals mc squared, his Nobel Prize was actually for his explanation of the photoelectric effect.
He had that rare gift for seeing the invisible forces of the world and making them visible to the rest of us. And from the laws of physics, we move to the laws of rhythm. We also celebrate the birth of the legendary Quincy Jones, born in 1933.
Indeed, if Einstein decoded the cosmos, Quincy decoded the human soul through sound. 28 Grammy Awards and a career spanning 7 decades. Think about the sheer scale of his influence, Claire.
It's incredible. Producing Michael Jackson's Thriller alone would be a lifetime achievement, but he also bridged jazz, pop, and soul in a way that truly redefined the modern musical landscape. He's a total architect of sound.
And we can't forget Billy Crystal, born in 1948. He brought a different kind of genius to the table, the kind that lets us laugh at ourselves. From When Harry Met Sally to his years hosting the Oscars, he's been such a steady, comforting presence.
He has that rare everyman quality, Frederick. Whether he's playing a cattle driver or voicing a one-eyed monster, his timing is always impeccable. It's quite a trio for one birthday: relativity, record-breaking music, and classic comedy.
It really is. Now, while we're talking about cultural icons, we should mention something a little more edible. While Einstein was busy being a genius, a certain snack was making its own history.
On March 14, 1912, Nabisco trademarked the name Oreo. It's hard to imagine the time when the Oreo wasn't the king of the cookie aisle, but that trademark was the starting line for what became the best-selling cookie in the country.
It's a massive business now, with over $3 billion in annual sales. But more than that, it's a piece of shared culture. Almost everyone has a specific way they like to eat them. It's one of those rare products that everyone recognizes.
Whether it's the gold standard or a sandwich cookie, March 14th seems to be a day for setting the bar. These events and people remind us how the world is shaped by both grand policy shifts and the creative sparks of individuals.
A day of stability, genius, and very famous cookie. For more history, you can find us at deepdive.neuralnewscast.com. I'm Frederick Moore.
And I'm Claire Donovan. Deep Dive is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. Explore history every day on Neural Easecast.
This has been Deep Dive on Neural Newscast, exploring the moments that shape today.